the scrimmage on Saturday?
Good. It wasn't good enough on Saturday, and Coach, he mentioned all that and came out here. This is a huge week for us because this is kind of where we make our team, and this is what Coach talked about. And I liked the way we came out the last 2 days. We were able to push the ball down the field and made some plays today, and we really I thought we got a little bit better. We had a lot of work to do, but we definitely got better from Saturday.
Eddie, with Benny out, or Benny limited and AJ being out, what do you think about the two freshman backs on Saturday?
I liked them. I thought that if there was one thing that was a positive, I thought those two kids ran really hard. They've got really good vision, and they bring a lot of power, and they got really good hands, and so I was pleased with those guys.
Are you to the point yet where any of those freshmen have forced you that they need to roll the way Benny did his first year?
No, not yet. I think we've got a couple that might have a chance. We're still waiting. The big deal for them will be on Saturday. And that scrimmage, kind of everything's in. It'll be a really good test to see kind of where we are, both offensively and defensively, but especially with those freshmen.
What do you think of the new redshirt rule, and how do you think the offense could utilize that this season?
I think you could have some guys that if you get some injuries and you got some guys that are close, you keep them in your room, you keep them developed in terms of the system. They understand what a game plan is during the week, how we prepare. Coach takes some of them on trips. And so they go to the hotel, they go through the whole thing, and then if you've got a guy that is developing better than others, he might be a guy that can go in there, and if we have injuries, can be a 6th, 7th, 8th game guy, Then those guys come back, and if he's less than 4, you can redshirt him. If he keeps contributing, then you play him.
Anybody show up Saturday that we don't know about may be able to contribute?
Nope. Nobody showed up. It just wasn't good enough, But they know that, and I really loved the way they responded.
Eddie, what areas did you guys want to see Landon Young take a step up from his prior years?
I think in everything, in terms of the consistency, number one, it all comes down to those left tackles is their footwork. If they get lazy on their footwork, a guy like Josh Allen's going to be around the corner in Mach 5. And when you've got the backside cut off on people, when we're in an odd front, you got to get that inside technique. If you're not perfect on your footwork, you're going to get beat. So, just the technique part, just be more technical and be more consistent.
Have you seen Dorian Baker sort of embrace the leadership role that you guys need him to take on?
Yeah, he's coming through when you're out so long. There's still a little bit of rust. But he practices so hard, and there's different types of leaders, and one for him is just the way he goes about practice every day. I think as a group, Coach alluded to it today that you're in that 9th, 10th practice, and these are the dog days right now, and there's a difference between being sore and a difference between being injured. And if you're sore, everybody's sore. I'm sore, and you got to go out and you got to push through it, and that's kind of the mentality that we want to get to.
How has Len looked outside for you guys in this offense, and what are just some of the expectations you have of him this year?
Well, the expectations are he's got a chance to make a lot of plays, but you got to do it every single day, day in and day out, and you got to learn how to play with that speed that he has, because that is his weapon. Made today in our team, Joe made a really nice play, and those are the things that we're looking for, and we'll kind of grow from that.
Hey, how do you feel the depth at those slot wide receiver positions, and then having multiple tight ends out there? Does that change the way you use those guys?
Yeah, the multiple tight end is really good. I really like that because you can be in different personnel groupings and especially formations. I think the depth at the slot, we're getting better. I think the one guy that's really showed up to me is David Bouvier. You want to talk about a guy making plays? So to that answer, yeah, as I go back this whole camp right now, he's our MVP. That young man is getting it, making plays. He's playing with energy and just love that young man.
Eddie, when we talk to your veteran tight end, it seems like both of them, the first thing they mention is their blocking. They seem like they're really excited about it. Have you ever heard tight ends who want to talk more about their blocking than their pass catching?
Well, I hope that's the mentality of our head coach and myself and our staff. It's about running the ball in this thing, and we want to be balanced. We've talked about that before, but at the same time of being balanced, if you can't run the ball, you've got no chance. So big men lead the way. They're part of that big men group, and they take pride in it. They really do.
Where does Benny get that edge when he's running? Is there something within him that's different than maybe some other running backs that you've seen in your time?
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of good pride. He's got pride that he wants to be great. And I think that in this game, that's how you got to play the game. And, he's just got that old school mentality. He's going to give it everything he's got every single play. And, sometimes that can get him in trouble, but he's from his freshman year until now, he's night and day. And really controlling his emotions and going to the next play and finishing.
Aside from Saturday, what did you see from Josh Alley and Hibbs?
Okay, not great. Again, it just goes back to the inconsistency. You see stuff there that you really get excited about. Then you see stuff that you just go, gosh darn, man, we got to get better. We just got to get over that hump right there. And I think Monday and Tuesday of this week we did a little bit. It's a baby step. I'm not ready to jump on that wagon yet, but we're awfully close. We really are with that whole group. I'm proud of the way they are trying to fight through it, but we got to get better if we want to take this thing to the next step.
How are the quarterbacks?
Quarterbacks are doing good. I think the learning curve part of it, you saw in the last 2 days, they're knowing where to go with the ball quicker, and that has been really, really good. Not so good in the scrimmage. Again, we took a step that way too. I thought that they really, today and yesterday, they picked up their game.
Eddie, when you and Darren got here, you had an idea for what you wanted to do with the offense, balance, but multiple. And you had to make adjustments the last couple of years because of the situation at quarterback. Now, regardless of who's the quarterback, are you going to be closer to what you wanted to do when you first got here? Or does the fact that you have a Benny Snell predicate what you're going to be doing?
Yeah, I think with our tight ends, and because you start with your personnel, you can only do what your personnel allows. So, we got really good tight ends. We've got really good running backs. I feel really good about our O-line. So I think the playbook's open. I really do. I think you got a chance to do anything that you want, stretch the field down vertically, and you got a chance to be a power run game all at the same time.
Does facing a veteran secondary help some of those young receivers that you're trying to put into the system?
It's not going to get any harder, I don't think. They got to grind. You got to work for every inch, and that goes to what I talked about, urgency and competing. You can't take a play off. And so we're really just concentrating on, hey, you guys got to compete for everything you get. They're going to hold you a little bit. They're going to bang you a little bit. It's not the NFL. And there's going to be contested catches, and we got to make more of those contested catches.